Okay, do you ever wonder what Jeremy Hansen is eating in space aboard Artemis 2? Well, this morning, we are getting a taste of a cereal fit for an astronaut, and it's made by a company right here in Toronto.
Daniel Carson is the founder of Goldy's, and he spent the last few years working closely with the Canadian Space Agency and NASA to send his superseed cereal into space. And he was in Cape Canaveral last week to watch the astronauts and his cereal take off. But Daniel's now back in Toronto and joins us this morning. Daniel, good morning. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nice and early. I'm loving this.
Yeah. What a moment for, Canada, but also for you, a Toronto company, to have your cereal in space. Did you ever think that would happen? Because your company's relatively
of course I did.
new.
Of course you did.
Obviously. No, we never, believed it would happen. We got an email about 2 years ago at this point from the Canadian Space Agency, and we thought it was spam.
As you would. I think you would.
We're like, okay, this is not real. Delete. A second email came, and we're like, okay, let's look at this signature. It looks legitimate. And then we started the process, and it was just an unbelievable experience as we went through like all these different emails and video calls. It was amazing.
So tell us about your cereal, and I suppose more importantly, why your cereal is appropriate for astronauts.
Yeah, so I mean, we have our superseed cereal, which is what the astronauts are enjoying both on Artemis 2 and actually in the International Space Station, which is really cool.
Okay.
But we also have oatmeals, which isn't up there, but great for land, so enjoy it. But yeah, it went through a ton of testing. So I guess really they were looking for like shelf life. It has to be able to last a good amount of time. Nutrition is a huge thing there. They need to get good kind of nutritional intake in small amounts because they might not always be super hungry. Microbiology, can it handle the moisture and the changes in pressure and gravity?
Wow.
And then ultimately, after all these tests, which took like about a year, they have to feed it to the astronauts and see if they actually like it. Because if they don't like it,
that's important.
If they don't like it, they're not eating it.
Yeah.
So it was a very stressful kind of period of time, but finally it happened, and we went down there as guests of the Canadian Space Agency and NASA to watch it take off.
Yeah, you put an astronaut helmet on Goldilocks.
Oh, absolutely. We're leaning into the marketing of it, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so you've brought some of this superseed astronaut food with you today. We have a sample of it. I think we're going to do a bit of
give it a little mix.
Is this how Jeremy Hansen would be eating it?
This is how, I mean, obviously he has it in like a little space bag, not a jar, no glass, I think, on the ship. But typically, people enjoy it as a like a yogurt topper or in a smoothie, or they bake with it. But the astronauts just kind of add their liquid, rehydrate it, and it becomes like an instant chia seed pudding. So yours looks a little liquidy, but I think you could just don't spill it on yourself. You guys look so nice.
A lot of seeds in there. Like how many different seeds are we talking?
Yeah, so we have chia, pumpkin, hemp, buckwheat. There's real freeze-dried strawberry in there and lavender, and that's the actual flavor the astronauts chose to eat.
So did you tweak your formula for the astronauts, or did you stick with what you had? Like how did that go?
Stuck with what we had. I don't know if we got lucky, but exactly as our product is sold in stores is exactly how they took it. So it was it was just an exciting experience.
So what does this mean for Goldy's, the fact that your product is in space and is getting so much attention now?
Yeah, I don't know what it really means for us. I think that it's nice to be able to support, Canada and this Canadian astronaut, Jeremy Hansen, who's, a hero in many ways. Like, just this is unbelievable. So just being really proud to be there and be here. We're just riding that wave, which is really great.
And what was it like, I mean, being in Cape Canaveral? I'm assuming that was your first real life, like, rocket launch.
100%, yeah. I went there as a kid with my family to the Kennedy Space Center. But it was amazing. You wouldn't believe, just from the video footage, how loud it actually was. So that part was really overwhelming. Like, you shook in your spine feeling the boom, and it was surreal. You wanted to cry.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
That is emotionally powerful and obviously physically powerful too. The reason I asked you about your brand is Tang.
Yes.
A lot of people associate Tang with with NASA back from like 50 odd years ago. If you get the Tang,
a little bit before my time.
It's not before mine though.
Okay.
So it is kind of like, I'm just thinking like what this could really, and I don't mean to use the pun, but launch Goldy's more international. Like, are you beyond Canada right now?
We're across Canada. We're not in the States or anywhere else as of now. We're taking the right steps to do that. You got to be ready. But we want to launch like an illustration competition across Canada for students from grade 1 to 8 to draw Goldy and Bear on their own space mission and make students fall in love with space exploration again.
Very last question. I'm just so curious. When they reached out to you, like, did you ask them like, why us? Why did you pick us?
Yeah, of course, a million times.
Yeah, and what did they say?
They just said that we want to support Canadian Canadian brands, and we fit the bill again. Like they, you know, our product is something that they've enjoyed in other ways in the past, and they were looking for something like us, and we slotted right in.
Right.
Wow, good for you.
Going to the dark side of the moon. Hey, Daniel, congratulations.
Absolutely.
This is great.
Thank you.
Good to meet you. Thanks for being here this morning.
Congrats.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
To
Really
the moon.
delicious.
It is really good.
This one's just right.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, just right indeed.
There
Yeah,
you
we'll have
go.
more of it in the break. We're taking a